Welcome to Antalya and the final block on this, the second day of this year's Antalya Grand Slam. Antalya is a popular Turkish resort city with a yacht-filled old harbour and beaches flanked by large hotels. Remnants remain from Antalya's time as a major Roman port. These include Hadrian's Gate, built to honour the Roman Emperor's visit in 130 AD, and the 2nd century Herdelic Tower, with its spectacular harbour views. We're here, however, not for the sightseeing, but rather to bring you all the action from the final block on day 2 of competition. And we're going to begin with the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 63 kilo category. This features Barbara Timo of Brazil. She'll be up against Enriquelos Barrios of Venezuela. It'll be Timo in the white judogi, Barrios in blue. Providing summary and expert analysis is world and Olympic medalist Annette Byrne. Good evening, Annette.
Good evening, Sheldon. Good evening to you at home.
Referee in the middle for this one is John Ramakers of the Netherlands. Can't wait for this one, Annette.
Absolutely. Day 2, we already have had a great day full of action here. So many fighters are in these 4 categories, and all the fighters had a long day. So one more fight here to come for every athlete, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's have a look in the under 63 kilo category. 33 athletes were here today, and here we're going to have the 2 bronze medalists. You introduced them already. We're going to have the Venezuelan Enriquelos Barrios and Timo Barbara, the Portuguese, in white. And if we have a look to the draw sheet, how they did so far, so well. It was Timo Barbara who lost her pool final against the number 1 seed here. We will see her later on in the final, Lucy Renschel. Then in the rapid charge contest, she won her fight, and now she is here against the Venezuelan. And the Venezuelan also had a long day. She was seeded as number 2 in this competition. She's number 3 in the world, and she lost her semi-final against the Hungarian Oszpas Sofi. Both here with a chance to finish that long competition day, finish that off with a bronze medal. By the way, last year Barrios was in the final, the Venezuelan, and this year she is fighting for bronze. Last year she ended up as a silver medalist. Okay, penalty given within the first minute against the Portuguese.
Yeah, just that single Shido on the board at the moment. No real action to scream about, although that was a nice little takedown from Timo. Barrios losing her balance. Fairly easy, just to push the left leg around the back and to draw the opponent down over the outstretched.
Almost no
leg.
Defense, yeah? No.
Yeah, the balance was really, she was in a poor position there. She's just not going anywhere. Couldn't get forward.
Yeah, the thing is, Barrios tried to attack, broke up the grip, and then when you break up the grip, you have no control, and that's what happened. Timo used that and just countered her and took her onto the ground. So she's taken the lead here. It is still plenty of time. 4 minutes is the regular time period. So half the contest is gone. If it's equal, then it will be followed by a golden score, but not in this situation. Timo is leading. The question is, can she defend this lead? She already received a penalty. She can only afford 1 more penalty. The third one would be the win for her opponent. on the ground. That all costs a lot of time. So you need to be really confident on the ground. Otherwise, 10 seconds maybe you need and standing up are away with a half-hearted action on the ground.
Time ticking away for Barrios, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we are coming now to the last minute. Timo tries to work things out there on the ground. Now attempt here from Barrios. Could not take Timo onto the ground.
She really hasn't threatened her, has she?
Yeah. It's interesting because in regard to the world ranking list, there is a kind of gap. I mean, Barrios is number 3 in the world. Timo, a little bit lower. Number 34. So you see, that does not say everything. Always she tries to attack there the outside, Barrios. But Timo, comfortable feeling here with her grip. Ojigari now. She got a good control. Ooh, that was a nice one.
Oh,
And
tied it up right on the bell.
Absolutely, in the last second.
Timo can't believe it.
That was, yeah. And that now,
She cannot believe
yeah,
it.
and now we're going to have the case. If it's equal, it's a golden score. Yeah, look at the way she fixed that left arm.
That was a really good score.
Yeah. And she couldn't escape because her right shoulder was absolutely controlled.
She was lucky that they didn't give Ippon for that score. Oh, yeah, and, well, it would have been Timo, her own problem. She was the one who put the leg in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked dangerous, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to have a look at it. Not surprised. No, they're going to leave that.
So the golden score. The one who scores first, she tried it again, but this time Timo. You know, these are the moments you wake up in the night and because of that, because you are so angry with yourself, because that happened. Just an earlier reaction, a quicker reaction, and that would not have happened. But yeah, but that can happen in judo. Until the last second.
Yeah, maybe she just switched off a bit.
Outside attack. Also, Barrios tries it.
She gives one back.
Yeah, she's got some advantage. She's taller. She can include the head, and with the whole body and the whole size, she could break the balance a little bit better than Timo can.
Barrios, by the way, is penalty free as well.
Yeah.
Little as she was up from the Venezuelan. Just. Somebody felt some pain.
A hard landing. Yeah. Yeah, if you are fighting against a taller one, you must get so close to your opponent to break the balance, to move her at all. If this does not happen, then you land first and your opponent may still stand. Yeah, that was a better one. Referee had a brilliant view. She landed on her left side.
Yeah, just a little bit flat-footed there.
Yeah.
Barrios unaware
Yeah.
of the danger that low left-sided Ipon Seoinage was going to cause. Timo Perez, who comes up with the second score, this time in golden score, and takes the win. So the first of the bronze medals goes to Barbara Timo of Portugal. Fifth place finish.
And in the end,
For
she almost
Barrios,
won it.
sorry.
Yeah. She almost won it. And how sad it is when you then in the end in the golden score, you know, you lose it. So. That gives her some points to climb up in the world ranking list.
You can see the highlights of this first bronze medal contest on the screen. Bu bronz madalya mücadelesine de özet görüntü izlemek için lütfen büyük ekrana bakınız.
Just enough to squeeze out the Wazari there.
Yeah, that moment she touched the mat with her left side, left half of the body. Left side, yeah.
We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up next. And that features Magdalena Kosakova of Austria. She goes up against Catherine Beauchemin-Pinard of Canada. It'll be Kosakova in the white judogi, Beauchemin-Pinard in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Everardo Garcia of Mexico. Here's Annette.
Yeah. I will introduce the two athletes. Here we're going to see the referee. And when we have a look to the two athletes, first to come is Catherine Beauchemin-Pinard. She lost her semi-final against Lucy Rentschel, and her opponent Magdalena Kosakova, the Austrian, lost her pool final a round earlier against the Venezuelan we have seen just. And then in the repechage contest she won against the Slovenian Andrea Leski. They met on a few occasions. Last time it was at the Olympics, where Beauchemin-Pinard won by Ipon within the first minute, so that didn't take long. Oh, wow. Again, this time she takes the lead, Canadian.
Kosakova giving the impression that she thought the action was over and maybe she was getting out of it. Well, it wasn't over for Beauchemin-Pinard, who continued on and came up with the score.
Yeah. Again, yeah, the second push is really dangerous. And to finish that off, Beauchemin-Pinard ended up as bronze medalist in Tokyo. Oh, powerful. The lead here for Beauchemin-Pinard. working on the ground, and as long as there's a development, the referee let it go until it stops. Then the referee decides to give the mate and that it continues on standing up. Half the contest is gone. It's right against right. Krosakova with her long legs. This is a good plan. Get outside. Oh my God, that was brilliant.
Great comeback.
Yes.
From the Austrian Krosakova. Wow.
Krosakova wins that. The second bronze medal in the under 63 kilos.
Winner and bronze medalist for women under 63 kilogram category in white.
That was a brilliant attack with her long legs right at the outside. And if you are once in that throw, then it's really difficult to escape. Yeah, as we have just seen. Ivan Bönisch, the coach, doing a good job there. Original from Germany, Olympic champion from Athens. So they are in good hands.
Well, for a moment, it looked as though that was going to get away from Maggie. Went Wazari down. Bushman Pinard looked comfortable.
Yes.
But then it all unraveled.
Look at the control she had. She pushed her, controlled, very controlled. That was the first score.
And also this is first medal for team of Austria, Antalya Grand Slam this year. Magdalena Krosakova böylece Antalya Grand Slam 2022'de Avusturya'ya ilk madalyayı kazandırmış oldu.
Real commitment here from Krosakova. This was the score against her. And a bronze medal for Magdalena Krosakova of Austria. And as Annette just said, Ivan Bönisch is the coach with the welcoming arms.
Yes.
We come now to the final of the under 63 kilo category. Lucy Rentschel of Great Britain goes up against Osbash Sophie of Hungary. It'll be Rentschel in the white judogi, Osbash in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Ioana Babiuk of Romania.
Yes, and this is the only final today where the number one seeded could make it until the final with Lucy Rentschel. And we have top quality in this category. 5 fighters from the top 10. Osbash, quite young, 20 years young. Already some big results at junior level, junior European champion, and yeah, interesting to see her way during the years, how she develops, and she's in the final here, and it's at senior level. So Lucy Rentschel, a little bit more experienced, number 2 in the world, 26 years old, and now ready here for the final. Lucy Rentschel won it last year, so she could defend her title. Yeah.
I like those sorts of statistics, the stats generator. My question would be, the question that came to mind was, when was the last time a British fighter defended a Grand Slam title.
Yes, we will see.
The question before that was when was the last time a British fighter won a Grand Slam title? But to defend one, well. Rachel, the world number 2 at the moment, behind Clarice Begnin, right up there in that rarefied, up ahead of people like Tina Tursteniak at the moment. Kuranami has dropped down to 18. The Japanese, that's the highest ranked Japanese at the moment, and then Horikawa Megumi, but no real need to go into any further than that.
Yeah. Osbash is a good example. We really have to follow during the years, because we spoke about this earlier. Being successful at a stadium in your life where you are still very young. So 2018 she won the Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires. For that you are really young. She became junior world champion 2019. So it's really interesting. In a few years we will see about her increasement, you know. Yeah,
if she can go on.
Yeah.
And we did mention yesterday about the success rate of. That is close, given that they are talking about, you know, the shoulder coming into it. Yeah. When we had to look at it the second time round, if you understand the rule and how the rule applies, then you would say that was valid for scoring purposes, because the upper part of the back shoulder making contact with the mat, they're going to score that. So Renshaw goes ahead. Half the contest still to come. Not out of it yet.
She tries to get close to the left arm from Lizzie Renshaw. Left-sided, Koji. Leaned a little bit back. A little bit too much.
Yeah, the gap was too big to close up. Renshaw looking to attack at exactly the same moment that Osbash was, and they cancelled out the attacks. The battle for grips is really good here between this pair.
Yep.
And we've had nearly 3 minutes, not a penalty. Both really positive, both athletes. I thought that was the case. She'd called Mate. He was perfectly okay to be coaching. That wasn't as clever, that one.
No. And
just got away with that, though.
The Hungarian shows that.
Into the last minute, Annette.
Yes. I'm still waiting, kind of waiting here for something to happen.
Well, Lucy's made it difficult for Sophie because of the grips.
Yep.
You know, she needs to get past the hands, and every time she makes a movement, Renshaw's able to either break it up, keep one hand on. There, broke it up, but kept one hand on.
Yep. That's the way we want to see that.
Yes, but that was an overly defensive position that she took up to keep Osbash away. So that wasn't for breaking the grips up. Well spotted by the referee. 20-odd seconds left to go. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Just turned away and went down to defend. Going to leave that one. Could have given it. Got away from...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. She turned away and went onto the ground.
And then went to defend,
yeah. She's involved on the ground now.
Just where she wants to be with just a few seconds left to go.
Yeah.
Osbash, no way out of that now. Clock will tick away.
Yeah.
and it would be Lucy Renshaw.
So Sheldon, you asked before.
Yeah. And now you've got
Who
the
did-
answer, yeah.
And now we give you the answer at home, yes.
Okay, clever. It's Lucy Renshaw of Great Britain who takes the gold medal, managing to defend her
Yes,
title as
yeah.
far as Annette tells me.
And the winner of the final contest for women under
And it was a
16
good,
kilos,
a good contest.
Congratulations.
Pretty even, just a single score in it. A little bit tactical at times, but when we're talking about gripping exchanges, then you're going to come up against that.
Yes, and also
Good
for
job.
Osbash Sophie, she did a good job. She blocked many attacks. There's one time where she was thrown right on the other side. That can happen, but I think it should motivate her. She's on a very good way, upcoming way, I think.
Yeah, as you say, a youngster. Loretta Cousette-Doyle likes to say a good youngster coming up. And it really was just on that shoulder there, that one
Yeah.
shoulder where she got caught.
Once again, this is the victory of Lucy Renshaw, Great Britain.
Yeah, that right leg stopped Osbash from coming up with the Uranage. And you've been chatting earlier about the number of Uranages that failed.
Yes.
And that was one way to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
That will help with the points, won't it? Right, coming up next, we've got the second of the weight categories in this final block. It's the under 73 kilo category. Ido Levin of Israel goes up against Salvador Casas Roca of Spain. It'll be Levin in the white judogi, Casas Roca in blue. The first of the bronze medal contests in the under 73 kilo category. The referee in the middle for this one is Val van Dester of Belgium. And here with commentary on this is Annette Boehm.
Yeah, and in this category we had this morning 51 athletes, and this is quite a big number of fighters. Let's have a look at the two of them. So here we're gonna have Casas Roca, the Spaniard. He lost his semi-final to a finalist now, to the Italian Manuel Lombardo, and the Israeli Ido Levin. He lost his pool final to the Georgian Georgi Terashvili. He's in the final, and then he won his repechage contest, the Israeli fighter, and now he's up against the Spaniard.
Really tall, isn't he, for the weight category?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just inside the top 100, Ido Levin.
Yeah,
98. 23 years old. Only his second. No, it's just, yeah, he's been to Grand Slams before, but never been in the final block. First time in the final block.
They have the same age, and they fought against each other one time this year at the Grand Prix in Almada. And it was Levin who lost. So the Spaniard won against him in the quarterfinal. So they met once. Chigari, that was beautiful. And that was an interesting moment, right when Casas Roca tried to come through with the grip. Levin, otherwise, then Levin came through with the grip. He attacked. Look, at this moment,
Yeah,
cross
opened
grip,
himself up.
and he said, "That's my chance." Because otherwise, I have a problem with that cross grip from very below. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Spaniard reacted well.
He didn't react like a lot of people do when the arm goes over the top and bend and try to get his back away from him. He went straight in. Oshigari overwent Levin. Not quite good enough for the full score, but good enough for Wazari, and that's the lead with 2.5 minutes left to go. Makikomi just missed that. Well, Osoda and then into the Makikomi. Cassis Rocca fancies his chances on the ground here. Levin is not that keen, looking to stay as far away from him as possible, but he's hooking in there, or attempting to anyway. One more go. That failed, and Van Nesta, the referee said, Mate.
The interesting point here is that his reaction, the reaction from the Spaniard. So I think almost everybody, when somebody comes with the big arm and is going for the cross grip now and trying to pull you a little bit down, it's not the first reaction to get close to your opponent.
Yeah.
And you reacted completely in a different way, unexpected. And that was a good thing.
And came up with the score.
You don't see this very often. That was really cleverly done. So for both of them, it would be the first Grand Slam medal. Levin never had an IGF World Tour level.
No.
It is Cassis Rocha with one Grand Prix silver medal this year at the Grand Prix in Portugal, but Grand Slam.
Cassis Rocha decided to burn a Judo there. Any others?
Yeah, that's it.
Really needs to step the pressure up here, Levin, because time's running out. 40-odd seconds is not long. Not if you're going to try and... There he just about squeezes that one out.
Yes, and I also was supposed to say that he really looks tired. He looked tired, slowed down, and right in that moment, outside attack with his long legs.
Well, it wasn't rocket science, was it? We knew he had to come up with something. He just happened to do it as we were talking about it. So he's back in the contest now,
yeah.
And actually a minor advantage in as much as he's only picked up one penalty.
Yeah, definitely. With that score, he keeps
got to watch the arm.
Yeah, keeps it exciting. But is the arm lock through?
That's not the best defense, is it?
Yeah, and it's still.
He just managed to squeeze his arm out.
Yeah, that was close. Arm was extended and in a good position. Wow. Okay, golden score because both
Golden score.
with the Vasari, the one Judo, doesn't matter. We're gonna have a golden score.
Yeah, I don't think the one matters too much now. However, should he pick up another, then it allows Levin to change his style.
Yeah.
And he's going to get caught here. I wonder if they want to have a look, yeah. And he's going to get caught for diving.
Yeah.
Judo Levin.
Yeah. too low his
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
First of all, it's not attractive, and the most important, it's dangerous. It's just dangerous.
That's the point, isn't
Nobody
it?
want to see a
Yeah.
big injury because of that. That's why the rule is there. It's not well coordinated, to be honest. You must work on these things.
Yeah, right so, yeah. Okay. Up we get, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not the way that we wanted the contest to end, but Annette Böhm quite rightly pointed out that it's for Levin's own safety, and no doubt it's in his mind not to do that again.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was that pointed out to me and how many years ago they did, but they said there are no techniques, no judo waza that use the head for throwing. There is not one.
Yeah.
Once your head touches the mat in an attempt to throw, then
Yeah.
you're going to get
Exactly.
hand sokamake.
And even if he didn't attend it or
Absolutely.
intend it, he
Yes.
must take care
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
not happening. To be honest, I never had this in my judo career, that I was in that danger. Never. It's the way you learn techniques, the execution again and again, and yeah.
And to say you were lucky is, I think, diminishing the number of efforts that you would have had in attempting to throw people in your career. You can't count them up. You cannot count the number of times you went to throw someone in your judo career. It's impossible. There
Yes.
are just so many.
That's right.
And yet, never once you went on your head.
Never.
And there are
Never
a lot
training,
of people.
never
exactly.
competition.
And there are a lot of people in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Never happened to them.
Yeah.
So I think we have to go with
Yeah.
a poor technique. Right, coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 73 kilo category. Petru Pelivan of Moldova goes up against Jansei Smagolov of Kazakhstan. It'll be Pelivan in the white judogi, Smagolov in blue. We've just seen the referee in the middle there, Martina Progomet of Croatia. Did you, did it the other way around this time with the...
It could be.
Yeah. Oh,
The
because
reason is,
the
yes.
reason is there is no opponent.
There is no opponent.
Smagolov was injured in a previous contest.
The number one seed. I would have liked to see that contest.
Yeah, that's why we didn't get all the face-to-face and head-to-heads and the whole thing.
There's a reason.
Yeah, we were a little bit behind there, I'm afraid. Our apologies for building up that contest only to take it away, snatch it away from you. Smagolov was injured in a previous contest and couldn't take part. However, that is not the case with the final of the under 73 kilos, which is coming up now. Georgi Terashvili of Georgia goes up against Manuel Lombardo of Italy. It'll be Terashvili in the white judogi, Lombardo in blue. 101 on the world ranking list goes up against, oddly enough, he hasn't got one because he's moved up from 66 kilos to 73, and that's why he doesn't feature. The referee in the middle for this one is Olivier de Ross, and here is Annette Böhm.
Yes,
what have you got to tell us?
Yeah, first of all, the Georgian, he threw out from the main round the number one seed here, Smagolov, the fighter from Kazakhstan, who later on was not able to fight now here for bronze.
Put him into the repechage.
Yeah, that was a tough fight, but we both, I can say that, were all also impressed from the Italian Manuel Lombardo, and it can only be a great final here in the under 73 kilo category. All in all, the fighters had 6 fights today. So we started at 9.
Long day.
It is a really long day, yeah. So one more time, giving everything you can.
Sometimes takes quite a while for athletes to get used to the move. Lombardo, however, right up there. Final. This is his contest record. So there you go. As soon as he's finished with the Olympics at under 66, he comes out to his first Grand Slam and
Yes.
whack in the final.
Yep.
That took him a long time, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's made my statement about taking time to get used to a new category
Yeah.
rather ineffective.
According to his plan. Move up, medal.
He did choose a good competition to come to because he managed to avoid all of the top 10 in the world, didn't he? So it was very odd. This is the only category that didn't feature an athlete from the top 10. Uchimata there from Terashvili. We had sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 athletes in some categories from the top 10 in the world, certainly in the under 63 kilo category. That was what we would call a 5-star event. Despite the fact that we didn't have the high-ranked athletes, we had enough action to keep us on our toes in this weight category, and definitely today, 4 weight categories and some really good action. And we had, I suppose, some of the best action from the under 81 kilo category. That's coming up. Nice turnover here from Lombardo. Terashvili managed to avoid getting caught. And yet we're not going to see the number 1 seed involved in the medal matches.
That category is really tough for the Georgian when you look to his country with Lasha Shavtatuashvili, and he's number 3 actually. Just had a look. Lasha is the top leader here.
Well, maybe now's the time to... Yeah, it's
Brilliant. He's just 19.
Yeah.
He's 19 years young. No. Yes, he is. He is. Georgi Terashvili is 19 years young.
Now's the time to be in that weight category in Georgia as we see the back end of the career of Lasha Shavtatuashvili.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Who
okay
collected
with that. Yeah.
3 medals at the Olympic Games. It's incredible. Yeah.
12, 16 and 20.
Yes.
Which should have been.
Yes.
Got it in 21.
Yes. Yes.
Well, it looked as though Lombardo was going to take control of that, move smoothly to collect his first Grand Slam gold medal at 73 kilos. It was not to be. It was Georgi Terashvili, the 19-year-old. First gold, first medal
Yes.
on the IJF World Tour.
What a start that is.
Throwing Lombardo for Ippon as well.
Brilliant. Left-sided Uchimata. Played it a little bit with the backward attack here, Ochigari, and then...
I mean, in your first Grand Slam, you come and take gold. You're 19, your first Grand Slam, gold medal, you throw Manuel Lombardo for Ippon. Okay, he's come up from 66 to 73, but he's no slouch.
At some stage he had to get to that final. And
Yeah, absolutely.
the thing is, normally you try to improve from event to event, but
Yes.
with that gold medal... You know, this is...
Where's the improvement?
Yeah,
He can't.
he put a mark
Well,
there
you
on
could
it.
top that, I suppose, by going to Paris,
Yeah.
or Tokyo maybe, or wherever it is that we're going to be at the end of the year in Japan. Is that on the list? To go out to Japan, we'll have to have a look. Levan Jojoliani welcomes another Georgian gold medal winner. Jojoliani has seen a few in his time. We've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 63 kilo category coming up now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the women's under 63 kilogram category. Değerli izleyiciler, şimdi kadınlara 63 kilogram kategorisinde madalya törenine başlıyoruz.
The medals are being presented by the president of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Wieser. The first of the bronze medals goes to Magdalena Kosakova of Austria. There's a bronze medal also for Barbara Timo of Portugal. Silver medal goes to Osbas Sophie of Hungary. For the gold medal goes to Lucy Renshaw of Great Britain, who Annette Berm tells me is the reigning gold medalist from Antalya. So she manages to retain her title. Well done, Annette, for that bit of information.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Great Britain.
And now the national anthem of Great Britain.
Thank you very much. The family picture with the ladies and Judo. Çok teşekkürler. Şimdi sırada hatıra fotoğrafı var.
Actually, that's a fourth Grand Slam gold medal for Lucy Renshaw. Antalya here, 2022, Abu Dhabi Grand Slam at the end of last year, just before or after Baku. Also took the Grand Slam there, and then Antalya the year before. So 21-22 so far have been terrific. Yes, 3 Grand Slam gold medals in 2021.
Yes.
Antalya, Abu Dhabi, and Baku.
Yeah.
And then kicks off this year with another gold. And it's only April, isn't it? Early in the year. Coming up next, the next of the weight categories. We've got 2 more for you. First up is the under 70 kilo category. Miriam Boutkereit of Germany goes up against Margot Pinot of France in the first of the bronze medal contest. Boutkereit in the white judogi, Pinot in blue, 12 against 9. The referee in the middle for this one is Roberta Chiolia of Italy. And here is Annette Bowen.
We have just seen the head-to-head was 0-6. So this is quite a high number of wins for Margot Pinot. Margot Pinot, there she is. She lost her semi-final to her teammate Marie-Yves Gaillet, and now she's fighting for bronze as Miriam Boutkereit is doing. Miriam Boutkereit lost her pool final against Bernadette Graf. Bernadette Graf in the final together with the French fighter Gaillet. And Boutkereit then won her rubber charge contest. And now here also for a last fight. Really close in the world ranking, 9 and 12.
It's odd to think that we know that Margot Pinot has got slightly more points. She's higher up in the ranking than Boutkereit. And a lot of those points have come from the 6 wins that she's taken off the German.
Yes. That plays a big role. Looking here for the Sankaku. The legs are closed. The question is, can she turn? Yeah.
Hasn't quite got the head.
Nope. Wasn't 100%. Yeah. All right. So.
Boutkereit keen to get out of there now. You just saw that for a moment when you saw the full face and then realised, oh, she hasn't quite got the head trapped. Problems with the left wrist for Pinot. They've got that heavily strapped up. And you can see that it's lovely and clean, that bandage. So you know it's fresh. Oh, had to tap out. That's another one that got
yes,
a bit of a shock, a bit of a surprise. You know, you don't realise that you're in that trouble, and when the pressure goes on, you have to tap so quickly because Pinot's not going to put it on and just wait to see what happens. She's going to put it on and squeeze it on, and the sooner that you can tap, the better.
Yes.
Pinot had a look over her shoulder. She actually went to Boutkereit to see if she was okay, but
it's very... this
that was on pretty sharpish, wasn't it?
Fair play, yes. And she's a brilliant judoka. I mean, at the beginning of this year, she won the Paris Grand Slam in a brilliant way. And she belongs to the really top players, good fighter. She's a good thrower. She does a good judo. And we're going to see her later on the podium. Also with a little smile after she lost against her teammate earlier on. Yeah, so here we're going to see the failed attack from Miriam Boutkereit. And immediately the transition.
She puts that right arm on the leg to block, but what it does is it opens it up for Pinot to attack the arm. And she's looking to try and roll out of it, but...
no way. Boutkereit just didn't pay attention on it. Maybe she thought there was coming something else. But look, how easy she...
Once the hand goes in there, you know, it's... And it wasn't on for that long. It was just on hard and fast.
Exactly.
But not for long.
Yes, and technical brilliant.
Yeah, and the other thing is she didn't snap it on. It was well done. It was a good strong arm lock.
Control.
Unfortunately, it just had that split second of real pressure that had Budkaraj, you know.
And as you said, Sheldon, I could imagine that Miriam Budkaraj not fought to defend it, to turn, to get over her, and but it came
Didn't
a little
work
bit
out.
unexpected. That's why. Yeah. Okay.
We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now in the under 70 kilo category. Kelly Peterson-Pollard of Great Britain goes up against Maria Portela of Brazil. It'll be Peterson-Pollard in the white judogi, Portela in blue. 10 and 8 on the world ranking list, and it was one win for Kelly Peterson-Pollard. The referee in the middle is Ganbold Nyamsop of Mongolia. Here is Annette Bird.
And the Brazilian fighter Maria Portela, she started this morning here as the #1 seeded, lost her semi-final to the Austrian Bernadette Graf, and went straight into the bronze medal contest. She's fighting, yes, as you said, against the British fighter Kelly Peterson-Pollard. She's coming here, and she lost her pool final against Marie-Eve Gahe, the French fighter, and then won her rapid charge contest against Ida Eriksson. And now on that place here for the bronze medal.
Nervous time for both fighters as they step up for this medal contest. And not only that, I suppose, you know, the fans at home who are watching, who can't be here in the venue, their families, maybe even their personal coaches, because they've got national coaches here, but those coaches who've brought them up, coached them to this point, and may not be in the national coaching structure, watching on nervously.
At the Tel Aviv, for instance, Peterson-Pollard ended up as bronze medal, with a bronze medal. Maybe she can repeat it.
Low, right-sided effort there, almost unsettled Portela. Just wasn't able to keep hold of the hands and get any real drive from that. Good entry, and a good turn.
It's really difficult to break Portela's balance. She is a very physical, powerful fighter, a little bit shorter, a muscle package.
Yes, low and squat. Like to come up with the Uchimata here, and maybe the turn into the Sumigeshi was a good idea, slightly wrong position.
Yes, the idea was good.
A few coaching tips there from Jamie Johnson, who's in the chair for Kelly Peterson-Pollard. You can see the difference in the change in the grips here. You know, it's one on all the time. No one's breaking off the two hands here. You might break this one, but you keep this. You might decide to get rid of that one and you break the other, but you're gonna
You always have contact to your opponent. You can't break it off, go back and start from new.
And that's a nice effort, because she didn't like the grip there and turned in right away, so that broke the grip up without having to worry about pulling and pulling away from the grip. Second time that she's been in low for that Tayatoshi. A good turn. The foot was actually in the right position. Again, not the hands on.
attempt not to get close
Yeah.
to the hips from Portela.
She's well known for
Jumped in. Yeah. Yep.
that kind of counter. So we have to be careful with that jumping in effort. Easy to miss the target, and then you end up with a false attack. See how much closer they are in when they do change the grips. In the past, it was breaking away and moving away. But athletes are really trying to make sure they stay close and in some contact with their opponents. Makes for better gripping exchanges, I think. Still tactical.
Yes.
And you have to be a real judo lover, I suppose, to look at 4 minutes of this and say, yeah, this has been really interesting. But you also have to understand what's going on and how difficult it can be. So it's no different from watching, you know, high-class football or soccer or whatever you want to call it, where it's 0-0, but it's still tense, because you realise that the quality of the play that's involved and the quality of defence that the athlete, that the footballers are coming up against is really, really strong. So I think I like to liken it to that. A second penalty picked up by Portela, and time has run out here. We're going to go into the golden score period, and this is just where you don't want to be in the golden score period with 2 penalties against you. Another penalty puts you out, and I'm not...
It's the worst case. You're right. No more mistake is allowed, and not stepping out, no gripping infringement, not overly defensive, no force attack.
There's a whole list.
Some of them can happen quickly, and yeah, it's not the best position Portela got, but maybe she.
And this is where
close.
This is where Peterson Pollard has got to be really clever here.
Yeah.
Really need to get to be upright and looking positive.
Yes.
Don't want to start picking up penalties. As positive as possible, as upright as possible. Portela is the one who is at a disadvantage here, and she's the one who's most likely to risk something big. She's going to be looking at that scoreboard, knowing that a single penalty will put her out, and that will force her into attacking when maybe she would not want to.
When you do very often mistakes when you're under pressure, so the thing is, Peterson Pollard must put her under pressure. And the best way, she throws, or it's a mistake from Portela. But so far, Peterson Pollard, she just did not use that little psychological thing, tactical thing.
To step up the pressure.
Yeah, and received a penalty for being passive.
You can see the shape looks a little bit defensive. She's got, you know, that midriff. Oh, that was close. Did she get the landing? Oh.
Emotions, what emotions.
Went around the back.
Yeah.
Just looked at too overly defensive there from Peterson Pollard.
Yeah.
Maybe she also looked at the scoreboard, thought about the 2 penalties, decided, let me try and, you know, let us both be defensive, and she'll get the 3rd.
Yes.
I don't mind picking up 1. Unfortunately for her, it was Portela who came up with the big finish.
In the arms of her coach, Sarah Manassas, Olympic champion 2012 in the under 48. Well, they trained together a few years ago because Portela belongs to the experienced fighters. They have been in a team. It's also interesting to see this development. I mean, you know each other very well, and you can work together on the same thing, but different positions. Your former teammate is now your coach. Yeah, that was really physically and mentally. She was strong. Got a good control, very close. No way to escape. Right in the end, when she landed already on her back, she could turn Peterson Pollard. Yeah, quick, powerful. That's the thing I was missing in the end when I watched Peterson Pollard. This quick and powerful attacks that made the difference.
Portela, it was who came up with the quick and the powerful. Zanet called it. Bronze medal for Portela, a 5th place finish for Kelly Peterson Pollard.
Yeah.
We come now to the final of the under 70 kilo category. Bernadette Graf of Austria goes up against Marie-Yves Gahi of France. It'll be Graf in the white judogi, Gahi in blue. It would have been some while ago, if at all, that these two would have gone head to head, because for the last cycle Bernadette Graf was competing at under 78 kilo category, but she's come back down here. The referee in the middle for this one is Raul Camacho of Spain. Here is Annette Byrne.
Yes, and she came back to her old category, and we all think, the two of us at least, we think that is the right decision, and also what she delivers until now, so far. I mean, she's in a final, and that was the right decision. They met each other many years ago, 2015. And Bernadette Graf lost against the French rider, but as you said, in between there happened so many things. It's completely open. It will be a battle for the Paris Olympics between Marie-Yves Gahi and also Margot Pinot, the French fighter we have seen for bronze medal.
Again.
Again, yes. Especially when the Olympics are at home. That's special.
Well, here's another one. I mean, we were talking about Lombardo moving up after the Games. He fought at 66, and then he's come to 73, found himself in the final. Here is Bernadette Graf losing at the Olympic Games to Madeleine Malonga. Next match, she's moved back. She's moved down to 70 kilos and finds herself in the final.
Yeah.
So we've got another one of those stats generated. Graf couldn't claim the score there.
Yeah.
She managed to get the foot in and come down with some degree of control,
Yeah.
but
Not 100%.
quite. No.
Yeah.
No.
They will check it. Let's see.
We're going to have a look, and then we'll be able to talk it through if we get the replay as well. So here's the action. I think it's for me it's inconclusive as to whether
she is falling.
Yeah.
And by that way, putting the leg. Yeah. A little bit more control than she would land. The landing was right above her.
I also look at the left elbow, but they've decided to give it.
All right.
I was looking at the left elbow because she puts that down almost as though to break her fall, but maybe the leg in there is enough, and enough of the body landing on top.
That it was the
claim it.
criteria.
Yeah. Okay. Graf leads by Wasnari.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Marie-Yves Gahi has to say a word, and she said, "Oh, that was the answer."
Hardly time for the Wasari to sink in for Graf before Gahi launches her onto her back.
Wow.
Well, we won't have to worry about whether there was any controversy about the Wasari score for Graf. That's a non-event, non-subject.
Yeah.
Because there was absolutely no argument, no discussion about whether that was an ippon or not. That was thumping.
This year Antalya Grand Slam.
Her career is also special because Marie-Yves Gailly, she was the world champion, the absolutely #1 in 2019. And yes, then something happened.
It just nosedived after that, yeah. We'll have another look at this. Just talk us through this then, Annette.
Yeah. Strong grip here. No chance. Look, she almost is sitting on the right leg.
She makes a change with her left arm. She decides to, instead of go around the back, to come inside, and it's when it's going inside, she then finds herself in a bad position, going in the absolute wrong direction.
Yeah, a little, wasn't 100% feint, maybe more of a combination. She made one step forward and then changed so quickly and get so close, and look at her face. Yes. Yeah. That was brilliant.
Yeah. You have to dig deep sometimes, and especially after you've given up a score. You have to find a way back. But Marie-Yves Gailly did that in spectacular fashion.
Yes, she did.
To take the gold medal in the under 70 kilo category. Well, we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 73 kilo category coming up now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the men's under 73 kilogram category. Değerli izleyiciler, şimdi sırada erkekler 73 kilogram kategorisinin madalya töreni var. The medals will be presented.
The medals are being presented by the chairman of CEDCO Hungary, Mr. Michael Michaili. The first of the bronze medals goes to Petru Pelivan of Moldova. There's a bronze medal also for Salvador Casas Roja of Spain. Silver medal goes to Manuel Lombardo of Italy. But the gold medal goes to Georgi Terashvili of Georgia.
You really made an incredible impression today. Yes, we have to look after him in the future.
Yeah, but I think this is absolutely the right time for him to be making his way. He's still got the rest of the qualification period to come, and it may very well be, you know, the speed with which the Georgians develop. It could be that come Paris 2024, he's in the driving seat and absolutely ready and raring to go for, you know, for gold in Paris and not Shavdatashvili.
Yeah.
And now the national anthem of Georgia.
Teşekkür ederiz. Sırada onun konuklarımız ve madalya kazanan sporcularımız.
There is the winning quartet with Cassis Rocha and Pelivan, the bronze medal winners. Lombardo took the silver, and it was Terashvili who took the gold medal.
Yes.
One more weight category to come. That's the under 81 kilo category. We've got two medal presentations as well, but it's the under 81 kilo category that we're going to be looking at next. Two bronze medals and then the final. The first of the bronze medal matches features Dominik Ressel of Germany. He goes up against Sharafidin Boltaboyev of Uzbekistan. It'll be Ressel in the white judogi, Boltaboyev in blue. 23 against 4. 23 on the world ranking list is Dominik Ressel. Fourth place is Boltaboyev. The referee in the middle for this one is Ioana Babiuk of Romania. And here is Annette Byrne with maybe some more information.
Let's have a look to that category, under 81 kilos. This is incredible. We had 60 athletes here today and 60 names in that category. The number one here, the world number one and the leader was Matthias Kasse, wasn't able to come up with a medal. He lost his last contest in the rapid charge against Dominik Ressel. Here it is, that rapid charge contest won by Dominik Ressel. Before, Dominik Ressel lost his pool final, and that was against the Ukrainian Manyukian. Ready here, showed brilliant judo today as his opponent Boltaboyev showed. He lost his semi-final against the Turkish Vedat Albayrak. We're gonna see then in the final. Both also with some golden scores in the preliminaries, and that means it is not only hard, it's double hard when you have 3-4 minutes golden score, and then
long day.
yeah, if a few fights later you have to go out for your next fight to keep the focus, and also that your body says, okay, I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna following your mind.
That's an interesting
It's not so easy.
point, Annette, because you could look at Dominik Ressel
Yeah.
and see that he did have a round 1 contest. Said Molay in round 2, Esposito in round 3, Manukian in round 4, Casa in the repechage, and now the bronze medal contest with Boltaboyev. So 6 contests.
Yes.
I mean, that really is your limit.
Yes. 2 golden scores he had. Yeah, the first one was a golden score. The third one, this is all extra time you are on the mat.
That's right, yeah. I can't imagine a situation where you're going to get someone in the medal matches who has 7 contests. That'll be adding another round. And then, of course, the likelihood that you end up in the medal matches where you were not one of the top 8 who would all avoid a first round contest is pretty slim. So
Yeah.
6, I think, is the maximum.
Both really talented. Dominik Ressel, upright fighter, great in the Chimata and also other classical judo. He had a bit of bad luck at the Olympics, where he ended up as a 5th. Ooh, that was brilliant I just wanted to come to some results for Boltaboyev, but he didn't give me the time. that was a brilliant attack. Not so easily. So Dominic Russell just didn't pay attention. It really came close to him. We're gonna see it in a replay. And he wins bronze. Sharafuddin Boltaboyev from Uzbekistan.
Off camera, you couldn't see Dominic Wrestle's mat etiquette. An example to everyone, irrespective
Yes.
of win or lose. Really, really, I mean, here's someone who's just got, planted on the mat, and he waited to bow to Sharafuddin,
Yes.
who was on his way. He was in and out, rushing off very quickly. Dominic Wrestle stayed and bowed to the space that he left because he was off so quickly.
Yeah, he's really a person who knows what respect and fairness means. He just watches the replay as we are doing here on the TV, still on the mat, watching it, giving some autographs. He's a great personality. But this time, from the judo, it was his opponent, Boltaboyev, who was the better one. We spoke about 5th places. He ended up in Tokyo as a 5th. This time at the Grand Slam here. Again, he just tried to escape from that Ojigari, tried to turn, but he realized, no, I have no place and no chance to turn myself. Boltaboyev controlled the whole body from Dominic Wrestle.
We've got another bronze medal
Yeah.
contest coming up. Surely Iliadis gets lifted up.
Yes. The Olympic. Also a legend. Elias Iliadis.
Yes, great is a word that we can apply to Ilias
Great.
Iliadis.
Yes, the great.
Right. Abdul Malik Umayev of Belgium goes up against Hivro Manoukian of Ukraine. It's Umayev in the white judogi, Manoukian in blue. 156 on the world ranking list for Umayev, 54 for Manoukian. They've gone head-to-head on one occasion before. No, 2, and it's 1-1.
Yes.
I think. The referee in the middle for this one is Olivier De Ross. I hope I haven't stolen your thunder there.
You did.
Olivier De Ross of France.
So it will be exciting now to watch that fight. Who will take the lead in regard to the head-to-head? So Ivar Umayev for the Belgium.
I've been impressed with him.
Absolutely,
today.
I have to agree. Let's have a quick look at his day. He lost his pool final against Albayrak, the Turkish fighter. We're going to see in the next fight, in the final. And then won his repechage contest against Judo, the French fighter. And now is here against Manoukian, the Ukrainian fighter. Manoukian came until the semi-final. There he lost against Guilherme Schmidt of Brazil and went straight into that bronze medal contest. Mayev, 21. That was a good attack here from Manoukian. Here's the replay. He just could defend. Not falling on his whole back. A little bit more closer from Manoukian, and it happened. So, no score. Manoukian, let's have a quick look. 23 years old he is. No Grand Slam medal so far, no Grand Prix medal. That was brilliant, and that's what we spoke about, this class, that throwing skill. So explosive. Look, he's so tall and so quick underneath, and at the same moment he gets underneath, he comes out again. Surprise for everybody. Also for his opponent. That was wow. Okay, they check. They gave Vasari. This is so quick, even in the slow motion. This 21-year young athlete. The category where, I mean, Belgium is a small country, but the under 81 kilo category is an example. They have three, now a third, really, top player. The number one, Matthias Kasse, is also, the number one in the world, leading that field. Current world champion. This time he wasn't, he didn't manage it to get a medal, but always around. And Semi Chuchi, and now we're gonna have a new one coming up. Abdul Malik Umayev. It's going to be interesting for the next years. What happens there? So the lead, the early lead here for the Belgium. The contest is gone already. It's still plenty of time here for Manukian to close that gap. The attack outside, a little bit not over-rotated, but Umayev went on the other side, not to fall over and to give up a score.
He's looked dangerous all day, actually, Umayev, with his throwing techniques. A little bit untidy with that one. Looked like a dive to me to avoid a grip. He got away with it, though.
Yeah.
Manukian is not backward in coming forward. He's got some dangerous techniques. I think he's going to go again here. He was lucky to avoid getting called for an overly defensive posture. He was just doing everything that he could to keep Manukian off him. And it's going to catch up with him shortly. Yeah, I thought so. Picks up a penalty for passivity. Just don't know if he's got another minute left in him. It's 51 seconds. And he's given up. Wazari got caught.
So it's still, well, it would have been another chance. The last 30 seconds, 31, 30 seconds now. Yeah, we're gonna see here the score, which ties things up. It's still everything open here for both of them. Side race, maybe some Ashiwasa to disturb a little bit, to prepare, stay in the mat. Outside. Ooh, that was, sometimes, you know, you think you get out easily of a situation, but then still a part of your leg is in, and you stumble. All right, golden score.
Right, well, what's needed now is for Umayev, who's only got the one penalty, to really put the pressure on Manoukian, because, you know, Manoukian is going to want to come forward. But Umayev's got to meet that.
Wow,
there you
brilliant, brilliant.
go. Yes, that was...
What do you wanted to say?
That's what he had to do.
Yeah.
Couldn't let Manoukian settle in the final and then start pressuring him again.
Yeah.
Because it had been Umayev, lost control of the contest, Manoukian took it over, and then it was up to Umayev to step back in and finish things off.
Yeah.
Good effort from Hivro Manoukian of Ukraine.
Absolutely.
However, Abdulmalik Umayev was as impressive in this contest as he has been all day. Top effort from the Belgium and a bronze medal. Cedric Taymans is the coach, who's going to have sweat all over his jacket. Dry cleaning job needed. Really impressed with that. Absolutely spoilt for choice in Belgium at under 81 kilos, as Anik Böhm said, not just with Matthias Kassa, Sami Chuchi, and now Abdulmalik
Umayev, yes.
Umayev.
Yeah.
The highlights of the last bronze medal contest on the swing.
I can't remember wasn't he ranked outside the 100 and something? I can't remember what it was. Anyway, we come now to the final of the under 81 kilo category. Guillaume Schmidit. What did we call him?
Schmidt.
Guillaume Schmidt of Brazil goes up against Vedat Albayrak of Turkey. It'll be Schmidit in the white judogi, Albayrak in blue. Just missed the head-to-heads. The referee in the middle is Roberta Chioglia of Italy, no doubt. Anik Böhm is going to tidy up the head-to-heads.
I will, and he is the defender of the Antalya Grand Slam. He won it last year, so he's again in the final. Vedat Albayrak, number 3 in the world, and he is up to here to the Brazilian. He's coming, Guillaume Schmidt, who had a great battle against the number 1 seed Matthias Kassa in the pool final, an emotional battle as well. And then in the semi-final, he bet the Ukrainian. We have just seen Manoukian. Yeah. So
can Schmidit step up again, having downed Matthias Kassa, the number 1 seed? Can he now come and down the number 2 seed?
yeah. And to give you that information, they met each other one time a few years ago, 2019, and Schmidt lost to the Turkish, It was at the Grand Slam in Brazil. Yeah.
Well, it had to be a while ago, didn't it? You haven't
Yes.
been there for...
Yeah, 2019. Yeah.
Was it 19? As long ago as that? When we were in Brazil last... Oh, that would have been in a new venue, wasn't it? We went somewhere else. Where did we go? The city. Could have been Brasilia.
Yeah,
we went to,
it was Brazil, yeah. Yep.
We'd been to Salvador Bahia prior to that, I think.
Oh, he stopped for a second. He realized too late that he can counter him, Al-Bayrak.
I'm not sure why he's worried about the arm. Like, why is that? I mean, you know, he could have applied the arm lock. Second time I've seen someone complaining about an arm lock that I thought was properly applied.
Kochi, right hand deep on the back there from Schmidt. It would be a very nice ending for the Turkish fans.
Yeah, close out the day with a gold medal.
Yes.
Send them all home happy. They're cheering away and waving flags as well.
Uchimata attempt. Yeah, and also Schmidt is a thrower. We have seen that earlier on in his previous contests. He likes to go close to the hip and lift you up. Al-Bayrak really must be careful. And if he goes in, then 50% with 150% power and control.
Could be on the receiving end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Chigai.
Yeah.
Yeah, he solved that problem. Almost lifted up, but then just took his right leg into. Good reaction. And let's have a look. He landed on his side.
Yeah.
So
There's still a minute and a half
Yeah.
left to go. If there's one chink in the armour of Al-Bayrak that Schmidt could exploit, I think it's on the ground. But, you know, the clock is ticking, so there's very little time. So it'd have to be a big slip from Al-Bayrak. And he's already shown him that he can apply an arm lock once.
Yeah.
Well, he ducked there, didn't he?
Yeah.
He ducked to avoid that. Al-Bayrak. Yeah, he did, and he picked up a penalty. A minute left to go. Real pressure needed here from Schmidt. As Al-Bayrak is backed up into that far right corner. Just makes the turn now, makes it a little bit easier for him, and now it's a good strong grip.
tries to lift him up.
And on the arm.
The shoulder's not under control. Oh my God.
Just trap the leg.
Arm lock.
Got to get free from there. Done.
Wow.
Who said that? Just 2 seconds ago. If there was one chink in the armour,
Yeah.
it was on the ground. He's already shown him once that he can apply an arm lock, and seconds later, there it is.
Yes.
It's the one thing where he was loose. That's down to Al-Bayrak. Al-Bayrak's fighting style offered Schmidt that opportunity. It was the one thing I thought, well, where could he go? How can he catch him? On the ground with an arm lock. Because he'd already, 2 or 3 occasions, he'd been just too loose. Once on the far side there.
Yes.
Once where Roberto Curli is standing now, and then they were back in that position, and his arms were just, wow, not in the right place.
Yes, yes.
And when it came out, He was onto it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a shot.
That's a high quality, you know. Also, this not only a thrower, you're also there when it comes to the transition. Udagarami, okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to blow my own trumpet, but I tell you what, I'm going to pick some lottery numbers tonight. Sorry. Surprised myself there. Al Bayrak had that wrapped up. He never looked like as though he was going to be thrown. And I think we're going to see it once more anyway. And just look at the arm position in the exchange. Where are your elbows? Where are your arms? Look at that. You know,
absolutely no control with on its right shoulder.
You know, and stretched out. I'll take that then. Yeah, that'd be painful. What a kid. What a day he's had. Beat the number one, beat the number two, bring him on. Next. Really, he's had a terrific day. Great work from Guillaume Schmidt. And his coach was up in the stands. I've been to chat with the coach.
Amazing.
What a great day he's had. Well, we've got two awarding ceremonies to bring you. The first of them is the under 70 kilo category for women. There are the athletes and the VIPs in the party. You're going to present the medals and the prizes, the flowers. And the medals are going to be presented by the Director General of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Vlad Marinescu. We even get a wave. The first of the bronze medals goes to Maria Portela of Brazil. There's a bronze medal also for Margot Pinot of France. Silver medal goes to Bernadette Graf of Austria. Gold medal goes to Marie-Yves Gailly of France.
Prize money and the followers will be presented. The manager for the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Turkey. Antalya kazanan sporcuların ödül geçeceklerini Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Gençlik ve Spor Bakanlığı Şube Müdürü Sayın Necmi Ünver takdim ediyor.
That was a crunching throw at the end there from Marie-Yves Gailly. Portela came up with a neat little takedown, and maybe Tadeo Toshi that just managed to come up with a score against Kelly Peterson Pollard. And now the national anthem of France.
Thank you very much. Family picture with the ladies and Judo. Çok teşekkürler. Onur konuklarımız ve madalya kazanan
Time for the official photograph for the family picture.
lütfen birlikte madalya kazanan sporcularımızı alkışlayalım.
Portela and Pino were the bronze medalists. Graf took the silver and it was Gahi to take the gold medal. 4 beaming smiles up there, everyone happy. In particular, I think, Bernadette Graf. Welcome back, Bernie.
Yes.
Back at 70 kilos. Can you imagine those 4 partners in your next Randori lineup?
Yes.
one after the other. No, merci.
Would be a good training.
Nein, danke.
Nein, danke.
No, thank you.
Before we start the last awarding ceremony, you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen. Değerli izleyiciler, az sonra günün son madalya törenini gerçekleştireceğiz. Öncesinde final müsabakalarından derlenen önemli anların bir kolejini büyük ekrandan takip edebilirsiniz. Değerli izleyiciler, yarın Antalya Kanser 2022'nin 3. gününde yine birlikte olacağız. Eleme karşılaşmaları 9.30'da, final müsabakaları ise saat 5'te başlayacak. Yine hep birlikte olmayı umuyoruz. Dear spectators, tomorrow is the third day of Antalya Grand Slam 2022. We will start our elimination contests at 9:30 and for the final block contests at 5 p.m.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 81 kilo category. last of the awarding ceremonies for today. The medals are being presented by the president of the Yugoslavia group, Mr. Yavuz Yukselja. And the first of the bronze medals goes to Abdul Malik Umayev of Belgium. There's a bronze medal also for Sharofid Boltaboyev of Uzbekistan. Silver medal goes to Vedat Albayrak of Turkey. But the gold medal goes to Guilherme Schmid of Brazil. Impressive performance from this young man.
Absolutely, yeah. On the ground, and standing up. Absolutely.
He's taken a few scalps today.
Yeah.
Schmid.
Yeah.
Forced us to get his name right.
Yes.
Etienne Briand in the opening round. Let's have a proper look at this. Where was he in the top half of the draw? Yeah, Etienne Briand in the opening round. Milonis of Greece, round 2. Tatalashvili, Kassa, Manoukian, and then Albayrak, and now the national anthem of Brazil.
Thank you very much.
Right, time for one more family picture. Let's see when they remove the masks, whether they're all smiling or not. What do you think?
Yes.
And happy times for everyone on the podium. We'll see. I don't think Albayrak's going to be
Definitely for Belgium.
too pleased, but we'll have a look when the arm goes round. Umayev and Boltaboyev were the bronze medal winners. Albayrak it was who ended up with the silver, not quite getting up there.
Yeah, they are all
was
happy.
Schmid
Have a look.
who took the gold medal. They all manage
Yes.
a smile. There you go. Especially Umayev. Huge smile from him. We've got time enough to take a look at the medal table, just to bring you up to date where everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go off and do what they have to. Let's take a look at the medal standings there. There you go. France at the top of the medal table. In actual fact, the gold medals have gone to France, Brazil, Mongolia, Georgia, Hungary. I think we go down a bit further. Yeah. Moldova, Canada, Great Britain, and Chinese Taipei. There are, of course, medal table going a bit further down, but we'll just stick with the gold medals for the time being. There's a little bit more for you as well. Umayev picking up that bronze medal that brings the Belgians are into it. Right, we look forward to your company again tomorrow for the third and final day of this Antalya Grand Slam. But from all the broadcast team here, Annette Berman, myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.